I'm into full moons.
Full moon? Yeah, full moons have an effect on stuff.
Yeah.
How about blood moons?
I'm into the moon.
If you know anything about me, you know that I'm not into all that crystal mumbo jumbo and nonsense, right, Yasmin?
Right.
Even though you are.
A little bit.
A lot.
Yeah.
So imagine my surprise when a witch changed my life forever.
Not me.
Well, that's to be determined still.
Maybe.
Anyways, why don't you set the stage here?
Let's set the scene here.
Mm-hmm.
We went to NAMM in Anaheim, California.
We met at NAMM, which, let me tell you, that's where you meet all the hot ladies. At NAMM.
I was like the only female there.
Yeah.
Like,
and look where she is now, guys. That's
like the male to female ratio at NAMM is
120,000 to 1. But this isn't a video about NAMM.
It's not about NAMM.
Although it could be.
We're not here to talk about NAMM right now.
No, we're not. We're here to talk about how a witch changed my life.
So long
changed
story
our lives
short,
forever.
It's very presumptuous, but sure. So, long story short, we met at NAMM, right? We met on a Friday at NAMM at an after party, right?
Yeah, we did.
We did. And I kind of like ran away from him at the party to go to another party.
But it was like one of those like, I'll see him again.
I guess.
It was a whole game. It was a coy thing. We don't need to get into
whatever. Like
the
somehow,
politics of how
though, somehow over the course of the next few days, right? We ended up hanging out on a Wednesday. So Friday to Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
I was leaving to go back home on this Wednesday. And Sean was going to take me to the airport, which is very nice of him. Thank you. Anyway, we had a few hours to kill. 3, to be exact. I think it was like 3 or 4 hours we had.
Sure, yeah.
In the morning. So we were just hanging out and we were like, you know what? We're right by Venice Beach. Let's just go talk to a psychic.
Let's get a LA psychic reading.
As you do,
Never had
one in Rome.
It was a tarot card reading.
It was a tarot card reading.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know about the differences between a psychic reading and tarot. Whatever.
Well, I guess it's all like psychic-ish, but tarot cards, what it is they channel the messages through the cards, right? So I have to shuffle the cards, and then she shuffles some of the cards, and like our energy passes back and forth. I don't know, but she reads the cards and tells me what it means, and she reads them, and then she uses her psychic intuition to deliver a message from the universe.
Right. So we decided we want to do this together. Which isn't usually a thing. I think usually you want the one-on-one.
You go one-on-one.
Thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, we're doing this together.
Yeah.
So she goes first, and as a gentleman, I was just on the side to the side, minding my own business. A lot of you are like, well, that's impossible. Sean was probably just being like a weirdo.
No, he's very respectful.
I was super respectful.
I forgot you were there a few times.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It got like super personal.
It got really
a couple times.
And
but I was just there.
Remember, we had only met, 5 days earlier.
It was an intense 5 days, though. Yeah. So anyway, so you're having your
Don't know what that means.
So she gives you a preliminary questionnaire.
Oh, yeah. She was like, tell me about yourself, and why are you here? What are you hoping to find out? And da-da-da-da. So I'm not like giving her information about myself, but I was just telling her, I'm looking for advice in my career and, where am I going from here? What's my life purpose? Like general things like that, And as we're talking, we're shuffling cards back and forth, and then she's like doing all her stuff and laying everything out. And then she told me all this stuff, and she was like making me take notes, and she's like, write this down, right? Everything she said.
She gave you a lot.
She goes, write down number 1, and then write this. And I was like, okay. So we had a lot to talk about.
You had an insane amount to talk about.
Insane amount. And she gave me homework. Like she gave me
like
things
a lot
to
of
do
homework. I'm like, am I going to get all this stuff?
Yeah.
Like I was like worried.
So for the purposes of this story, right, she told me a few things. She said I need to be on video, which is funny that, now we're here.
Yeah.
Right. She said, I have a message and I should do it on video. And I was like, all right, well, I'm already starting to do that. So then she said, my love life, right? She said, you have this guy who's trying to come into your life, right? He's like in his 40s, So I'm 31, so this guy's already like 10 years older than me, somewhere around there, which I'm totally okay with.
And I'm 36, so I'm like, damn it. Yeah. Like I'm on the sideline like, shoot.
Yeah, she said 40-ish.
Yeah, which I was like, I could spin this.
No, I would say that's like 38 to 40.
You're probably right.
Like somewhere like, there has to be a 4 in like maybe your late 30s,
That's fair.
So I would say that. He's got a lot of money, and he's very aligned with me, philosophically and spiritually or whatever. Like, we have a lot of the same values and things like that. And together we will go far, right? And we'll spread whatever message we have to spread on a global scale, she said. She said globally.
Yeah,
right?
it was like, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, that sounds great, you know? So she mentioned him a few times, my 40-year-old dude, right?
Yeah. She was like really pushing it hard.
Really for him, you know? She's like, you need to make space for this guy because he's trying to come into your life right now. I was like, all right, whatever. So. And
then that got wrapped up, and here's where the story gets great. So now I sit down, so we switch seats. I'm sitting there. I still haven't really given her my vibe yet.
No, hasn't said anything.
I'm very toned down. I'm like, okay. I'm waiting for my questionnaire to come. Okay? She doesn't ask me any questions.
No questions.
She just starts shuffling the cards and she starts giving to me. I'm like, don't you want to know anything? Right? Like,
she didn't like you.
Like, she didn't like me at all. Like, she wasn't giving me any extra attention like you got. Yeah. And I'm starting to think, like, I'm gonna get robbed, swindled here.
I'm an old soul.
By the switch.
So maybe you're an old soul. Maybe she recognized my soul.
Yeah, anyways. You know? So she starts laying these cards out, and she starts going through, like, the bogus psychic thing, like, oh, you've got, like, an ex-girlfriend, you need to work stuff out. I'm like, no, I don't. No, it's fine. It's good.
She harped on that for a minute.
Yeah, we argued about it. I'm like, listen, there's no unfinished business. I took care of all that. It's fine. Right? And she's like,
no, there's not. You're like, it's not okay.
So I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. So then she keeps going on these cards, and she's like, and she keeps laying these cards out, and she's like, and she's like, she's really fascinated by it. And I'm like, what? Like, what's happening right now? Like, what's going on? And again, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, you'll even back me up.
This is what happened.
Because she's the kind of person that, like, she'll put me in my place all the time for anything. This really happens. So she lays the cards out, and she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, what is it? What is it about these cards? And she's like, these are the best cards I've ever seen. Ever seen. And she's a seasoned.
She's been around.
She's a seasoned psychic, right? So she's like, you've got the sun on your heart. You're going to live a great life. Oh, look at this. You're going to have a great sex life. You're going to make mad money.
Literally, he got a card that said great sex. Like, I was like, what?
Nice. Yeah. So she's going on and on. And I'm just like in here just like, this is great. Yeah?
You also got the death card, though.
No, on my throat, which means there's going to be a change. And I was like, I'm going to be a soap opera actor. And she's like, that makes sense. So everything about it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, she was like encouraging. She was like trying to help me get a gig and stuff.
Yeah, she was like, get an agent. Get some headshots.
You need to go here. She's giving me LA psychic advice.
It's the most LA experience.
Yeah, so basically she's like, this is amazing. You're like the best guy ever. And then she turns to her and she's like, you gotta lock this guy down. Like, what are you doing? And she's like, wait, I thought I was gonna get a finance IQ. And she's like, no, scratch that. Scratch all that. This is the guy. Like, make this happen. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, it seems like she's got a lot of work to do. I don't know if I
don't have a lot of work.
I don't know if I want to get locked down right now.
Oh my
God. Especially after I've been emboldened with all these great cards.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, so now you don't want me?
Well, I'm not saying that.
Is the way that this is fun for your subscribers on your channel?
No, let there be no doubt.
Thank you.
Let there be no doubt about that.
No, thank you. I don't want that.
No, all lights are go.
It was weird though because she promised me this like 40-year-old rich dude, you know, he and I are gonna go far in life together. You know, and change the world. And then next thing she's like, how about him? How about Sean? You know? And I was like, oh.
It was the best. It was the absolute best wingman job.
I was like obviously disappointed. Like I didn't even like try to hide it. I was like,
right.
What about my other
He was
guy?
so disappointed. And then she's like, what's the story with you two? And like, oh, we just met. And she's like, what?
Like, we met on Friday. And she's like, what?
She's like, what's happening here? And then she's the one that got thrown for a loop. So we flipped it on her. The psychic is losing her crap, right? And then we stay an extra 45 minutes talking to the psychic about whatever.
About chakras?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have to work for my heart. My heart chakra, she said, is my strongest one. That's sweet, isn't it?
That was nice,
she said I had an emerald heart.
Yeah, and I was wearing this shirt.
I was wearing this Emeryld Ryders sweatshirt.
You said you had...
And I look over at Sean, he's literally like basking in emerald.
You have an emerald.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, psychics are great, right? So she's all salty about it because like
I'm still a little salty about it.
It's not what she wanted to hear.
I really liked what she said the first time.
Yeah,
I was on board with everything she said at the beginning, but then she just switched it all, and I was like,
hey, listen.
What about? I thought I was getting a finance tycoon.
No, this is it. You're getting all this.
This
So I go take her to the airport. She has to go get ready. Again, she's salty about it. I'm like I said, I'm like on cloud nine. I'm like, this is like the best thing. This is like the best $45 I ever spent.
We spent $45 each on this.
I was paying this lady to tell me how amazing I am. So whatever, I'm just like waiting on the couch for you to get your stuff together. And again, she hasn't really mentioned a lot of it yet because she's so salty about it. And then a voice from the bathroom comes, "What makes you such a catch?" I'm like, how do I answer that? But just listen to the witch.
And over the course of like the few days that Sean and I have known each other at that point, I had asked him like some pretty like major existential questions just out of the blue like that. And Sean just getting like punched in the face. With,
I was so bad over and over.
Who are you? What are you doing with your life? What makes you such a catch?
Yeah, I'm like, gosh.
And he's sitting there like, I have to defend myself.
Yeah, I don't even know what do you say to that? What makes you such a catch? I'm an Emeryld Ryder. That's such a weird thing to do.
I'm an Emeryld Ryder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we are now.
And here we are.
Forever linked by a witch or a psychic.
Yeah.
I don't mean witch with disrespect.
No. No, I think she called herself a witch.
Yeah, I think she did.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. So now she's our witch.
Yep, that's cool.
We have a witch.
Yeah. I might go back to her one day and do a follow up. Maybe we'll get her on the channel.
You should get her on the channel.
There we go.
She was cool.
She was pretty cool. Athena was her name.
Athena Starseed.
Oh,
she's
yeah,
on YouTube.
that's right. Yeah, I'll link to her channel.
Oh, yeah, she's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go tell Athena how much I appreciate.
She told you to meditate. You didn't do that.
I tried it
Sean
a few
didn't
times.
do any of his witch homework.
I
did most of mine.
I did some of it.
I did most of mine.
I did some of my witch homework. I feel like the witch homework that she gave me is stuff that there's no due date. I just have to do it.
You gotta do it, though.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm a busy man.
I'm supposed to be bettering myself for my finance tycoon, who's apparently trying to come in.
Nah, he's not coming. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
What?
Sorry. She never said finance tycoon, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
You those are your words,
are
not
my
hers.
Yeah,
finance tycoon. She never said tycoon.
In my mind.
I don't know why you're so obsessed with finding a tycoon. Like.
In my mind, there's a finance tycoon coming into my life. That
on his way.
Yeah.
Sure. I guess manifest whatever.
It could be Captain America.
That's not whatever.
But that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't have to be a finance tycoon. It could be like another.
It has to be a tycoon.
Rich dude circling 40, you know?
Anyways, that's how witch changed our lives.
I sound like such a gold digger.
Yeah, I know. Like, you're so excited. Like you're being very choosy with the rich men that are potentially coming into your life.
These are not my words, though. I just want to clarify that I was promised a rich guy, or I was told to expect one.
That's fine.
Is it?
I mean, I feel like you should kind of reassess some of your expectations for how this is going to work out. Because rich is a loaded word. What does that mean?
It is. Yeah, you know? She did not
rich
specify like a salary or a net worth.
No.
Could you imagine if she did?
She's like, yeah, this guy make,
That would be like extra LA.
Yeah. Like he gives you like the net worth.
Yeah. $5 million minimum. So
the moral of the story is
go
to NAM. You'll definitely find one of these. And then don't be afraid to spend $45 on an LA psychic because it could change your life.
It could change your life.